Welcome back, everyone, to the Jungheinrich Digital Experience here at LogiMAT 23 in Stuttgart, Germany. And welcome back to the future of intralogistics. Now, my name is Thomas, and together with my namesake, Thomas Leubel, we'd like to continue our tour through the Jungheinrich solution range that is being presented here at the world's largest intralogistics fair. Now, Thomas and we already talked about the numerous challenges that companies are facing these days, and also about the tremendous disruption that lets some companies fail while others seem to be resilient and thrive. Now, Thomas, what makes a company and eventually also a warehouse operation resilient?
Well, Thomas, due to the experience of the last 3 years, we know that our customers need a scalable and a flexible system. So, for example, when our customer reached at his limits due to performance, capacity or throughput, he has to think about what are my requirements in the future? What are the needs in 5 or in 10 years? It's quite a long time, yeah? And to be honest, Thomas, who will know what will happen in 5 or in 10 years? And this is the big issue. So these ideas and these circumstances we incorporate in our solutions design really to create a very flexible and scalable system for our customers in the future.
Well, that of course leads me to my next question, and that is how can Jungheinrich support companies in setting up a powerful logistics system for today while at the same time making them resilient to anything that may possibly happen in the future?
Well, I would like to pick out 2 topics. The first topic is the technology mix. So we are not focused only on one technology, which seemed to be the best solution in the future in 10 years. No, we make a mixture of different technologies. Manual systems, semi-automatic systems, and fully automated systems. The second topic would be, if you think about your data in the future, your requirements, for sure we will design a system for the 5 or 10 years. But we will not implement it at once, in one stack at a moment. No, we will divide the system maybe in 2 slides. So implement the first step without affecting the future solution regarding significant cost increase, regarding their footprint, regarding the interface to the construction site, to the buildings, regarding the roof openings we need in the future for the second part to bring in the stacker cranes, or regarding the electrical cabinets, we need a space for the extension in the future for the second part, or regarding the WMS, for example. We need other processes in the future, so we have to extend the WMS easily.
So what Jungheinrich does in order to make businesses more resilient is setting up highly flexible and also scalable solutions. Now, besides flexibility and scalability, what other benefits would you say are related to automated systems?
Well, the biggest benefit of any automated solution is the high performance, yes? We have high-speed stacker cranes, we have high-speed shuttle systems, we have workstations with conveyors, so we have really a high-performance system. This is the first advantage. But additionally, I would say, security. We have no labor at all except at the workstations, so it's a very safe system, no accidents at labor or material. On the other side, again, you create a lot of data in any automated system. You collect this data, you analyze this data, and then you identify all your weak processes or areas of improvement. And so you take measures or you take measures to optimize the system, let's say. And by the way, automation is the best measure against labor shortages, yes, we have. Wow. So another advantage is that the systems are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's an automated system. And last but not least, I would say the automated systems are very compact. We are using the height. We reduce the footprint, we go into the height, and we do it as compact as possible. Why? Because we had the positioning of the stacker cranes of the shuttles are automated, so we can really reduce the space between the loads, between the pallets or the totes or the boxes. So it's a very, very compact storage. And by the way, the PowerCube is the most compact solution for containers.
Well, that brings me to a great example. Now, let's assume that I was running my own business. I had a warehouse, let's say small to medium size, and we were storing and also distributing goods to retailers and also consumers. And now we do want to grow and we do want to automate in order to become more resilient, but unfortunately we are very limited in space, which means we only have a limited footprint. We can't grow sideways, so to say. Would you say the PowerCube is the right solution for us then?
Well, these are a lot of challenges you told me at the moment, but you're absolutely right. For all these requirements, the PowerCube is made for. And this is the system we presented already at the last LogiMAT.
Perfect. So let's take a closer look anyway. I know it was presented last year to the audience, but just in case you missed it, let's hear to Thomas's introduction here. What is the system all about? How does it work?
Roughly speaking, the PowerCube consists of the vertical aluminum profiles as a guidance for the containers. The container stack itself up to 12 meters. And underneath we have the node elements and the flaps. They are realizing the stacking and destacking. And underneath we see the shuttle running in every direction, and this shuttle can handle 2 containers simultaneously. And these shuttles are moving on a grid of rails. And this is, roughly speaking, the functionality of the PowerCube.
So it actually is so those containers can actually maneuver on the X and also on the Y axis seamlessly. Now, another question is, how does this system differ though from existing vertical storage systems that are already out on the market? What would you say? What are the benefits?
Well, I think the biggest benefit is that we can stack the containers up to 12 meters height. And if you have a look at the top, we are independent of the roof shape, so we can utilize every space in the roof. That's really a big advantage. So the containers, they can be loaded up to 50 kilograms, not 30, 50 kilograms each, yeah? And the containers, they are prepared to be transported on the conveyor system. So I'm able to transport the containers to other destinations, to other workstations in the warehouse. That's a huge advantage. So on the other side is the performance. We can see the shuttle, which can handle 2 containers, 2 totes, 2 boxes simultaneously. It's a high performance. And additionally, as you can see here, we have direct access to the containers. So no wasted time to reach a container. No, there's a directly access. On the other side, you see the rail grid, yeah? The rail grid, you do not have to mill the floor because you have a rail grid which is adjustable at the floor, yeah? And on the other side, the system you can extend whenever and however you want without disturbing of the current running system. You can do it really in parallel in each direction, and this is really a big benefit.
Sounds amazing. Now, Thomas, usually a high degree of automation also correlates with lower power consumption and therefore a lower CO footprint. Now, does that also apply to automated storage and retrieval systems such as the PowerCube?
Yes, absolutely. First of all, the shuttle systems are equipped with a very smart drive system with energy consumption, and they are working with the lithium-ion technology. Yeah, that's a big energy efficiency. On the other side, as you can see here, it's a very compact storage solution. Yeah, so we have a reduced footprint and we have very compact storage, so we really can reduce the costs for cooling, lighting, or heating. All that are the benefits really to reduce the costs of energy.
Well, really amazing. And once again, I love your enthusiasm, Thomas. Now, there is one more project that I really have to mention here. And before we wrap up this portion of the show, it is called vertical farming. Now, this is actually a project that was set up right in the desert of Kuwait. What kind of a project is that, Thomas?
Well, vertical farming is a method to grow plants like salads or herbs indoors. Yeah? We are independent of the climate or the geographic destination because it's indoor. You can implement it at the North Pole, at the South Pole, or in that case, in the middle of the desert. That's a huge advantage. So we do farming 365 days a year. We use artificial lighting, we use automatic watering, and we have an automated climate control. So What was the idea or the motivation of our customer to implement such a system in the desert? So the motivation was the customer didn't want to transport the salads from other regions. So simply it is. So he wanted to have a very sustainable solution in the desert. This was the challenge, and so therefore we engineered this system. So the system of vertical farming consists on a stack of trays we handle fully automatically. Yeah. So
there's no people inside?
No people outside, only around the workstations. They are preparing the orders. Yeah. So we are using artificial lighting, we are using automatic watering, and we have an automatic climate control. So you can run this system wherever you want.
So, and it sounds very, very futuristic. Now, speaking of future, Thomas, where do you see the future of warehouse automation? Where are we headed?
Well, I'm really convinced that we see such a vertical farming, a lot of other solutions in other industries. Yeah, absolutely. We will see much more mobile robots running in the warehouses. We will see drones, for example, in the future for the transportation, a little bit much more into the future. But anyway, we will see that. We will see artificial intelligence, and we will see much more in predictive maintenance.
And you know what? We're going to talk about those topics later on. Well, Thomas, thank you very much for this great introduction to Jungheinrich automated storage and retrieval systems. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to take a very short break, but promise we'll be back, so please stay tuned.